got breaking reports to share here on Chat Sports. Trey Schnapp, he reports that sources tell him Alex Golesh, the head coach of USF, has accepted an offer to be the new head hog. You're watching CFB now. My name is Trizzy Trace Gerard. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode from Chat Sports. I want you to grade the hire of Alex Golesh, A, B, C, D, or F. For what it's worth, at the time of filming this video, it has not been confirmed. It has not been reported by the school, but it does seem to be trending in that direction. So we're going to break it all down here on CFB Now. Grade the hire in the comments. I personally, if it does go through, love this addition to the Arkansas Razorback football program. Quite frankly, this team needs a spark. This school needs a reason to get up on game days and keep on fighting, because what we've seen over the last few years was a quick rise when Sam Pittman took over, and we saw some awesome moments. We beat Texas. We stormed the field. You win the boot. You win the battle line. You win the Southwest Classic. Everything was so high, and then very quickly it all came crashing down. And Arkansas needs to find a way to get back to being a school that can compete in the SEC, because what has been happening over the last few years has just been unacceptable and, quite frankly, just disgusting to watch. You can't really call it football. So Alex Golesh, the new head hog, still pending, but is likely going to be named the Arkansas Razorback head coach very soon. He, in my opinion, brings a lot of things to the table for the Razorbacks. He has the leadership. He has the intensity. He has the scheme. He has the personality. He has all of those things that you want in a head coach. Dudes just like to play for him. Guys like to suit up on game days, like to strap on the chin strap and run through walls for Alex Golesh. And he's very fiery, and he's somebody who's a really, really nice recruiter. And Arkansas does have to compete with a lot of schools, not just in the SEC, but in the area. You got to compete with Mizzou. You got Kansas. You got Kansas State. Down south, you got all of the schools in Texas, Tech, SMU, TCU, all of these schools all around the bordering states, and there's so much opportunity to potentially dip into some of these recruits. I think that that's somewhere Alex Golesh can really succeed, and he can help be better in the recruiting department. His wife, for fun fact, is from Greenwood, Arkansas, so it is a little bit of a homecoming. And pretty interesting note here, he's 40 years old, so Alex Golesh becomes Arkansas's youngest first-time Power Conference coach since Houston Nutt. Pretty cool. Now, I am ready to see the rebuild happen for the Arkansas Razorbacks. He rebuilt USF. It's time to rebuild Arkansas. It's time to make this school a team that is respected. It is time to take this football program to the moon. It's time to really open up the can of whoop-ass that he is capable of doing. And I am so excited to potentially see this guy leading my football team. I want to see him take Arkansas from the bottom of the barrel back up to the top shelf, baby. And at USF, he has done some really impressive things. His resume is absolutely awesome. He's been there since 2023. He has a 22-15 record as the head coach. No 10-plus win seasons yet. I know we would have loved to see that happen this year. However, I got to give him a lot of credit. He's beaten SEC teams. He's competed at a very high level in terms of his offenses. They are all very high level. Even dating back to Tennessee, they were one of the best squads on the offensive side of football from 2021 to 2022. And there's even more reason to believe that Golesh is trending to be the next head coach for the Razorbacks, because we did see Bobby Petrino send out a tweet earlier today, and it was just saying a thank you to Razorback Nation. If you want to go check out the social, I definitely would. It's a lot of really heartfelt messages from Bobby P. But a couple of the highlights: second chances are hard to come by in this business. He is appreciated being on the sideline at Arkansas every single day, no matter how this weekend turns out. The pride in this team won't change. Players showed up, went to work, faced adversity. To Razorback fans, thank you. You welcome me back with the same pride. Whatever the future holds, I'll be grateful for the opportunity. Thank you from his family to Razorback Nation, and have a blessed and safe Thanksgiving. So got to give a lot of love to Bobby MFP. And honestly, I really wish it would have worked out. I think all of us Razorback fans would have loved to see him get a win. Maybe he can get one against Mizzou on his way out and ride off into the sunset on a motorcycle or something. But at the end of the day, I really was excited about Bobby potentially taking over as the head coach. But, at the end of the day, didn't beat any of the teams he could have beat in the SEC, haven't won a game since he's taken over. And I know that that's not all on him, and I know that he didn't have his guys, and I know he didn't have his coaching staff, and I know he didn't have the full season. But at the end of the day, you needed to get something fresh. You needed to get something new. You needed to get a spark, and that's exactly what Alex Golesh is going to provide. Now, friendly reminder, at the time of recording this video, it has not been confirmed, but it does seem to be trending in the direction that Alex Golesh will be the new head hog. Even more insight for why we should believe this, well, we got other reports out here. So the Alex Golesh update, Juracek wants to put pen to paper before this weekend's games are over because he doesn't want to get into a bidding war. This coming in from John Bryce. Arkansas has begun notifying other candidates that they will not get the job. The Razorbacks are set to hire Golesh. Final negotiations tell Football Scoop the latest here, and this is what he said. Basically, what I just said. Juracek wants to put pen to paper before this weekend's games because he doesn't want to get into a bidding war. So I expect this move to be made official here in the next couple of days. We're filming this Wednesday afternoon, so I expect by Saturday, we probably have a new head coach. Maybe at the end of the game they announce it. Who knows? Now, I will encourage you to subscribe to Chat Sports. We provide all sorts of fun content, whether it's NBA, NFL, college football. We break it down right here every single day. And if you're a Razorback fan, I'm trying to show the bosses that Hog fans show out. And maybe if we get enough Razorback support, we can start a full-time Razorback channel. So give me a woo pig suey and hit that sub button. Now, coming up, I want to discuss why I believe Alex Golesh can succeed at Arkansas. I want to talk about what he needs to do to take this program to the top of the mountain. But first things first, I want to say thank you to today's presenting sponsor, and that is none other than Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this video, that means you made a decision, and this was a good decision because that one good decision is going to lead to many more, and those decisions are also awesome to make on Prize Picks because they lead to big-time payouts. This episode of Chat Sports is brought to you by Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports. You got bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, and even more. And while we're making decisions on what gifts to buy, what YouTube videos to watch, which games to tune into, there's one place where making decisions feels right, and that is Prize Picks. If you want to check out Prize Picks for Turkey Day here on Thanksgiving, got a really fun lineup for the Thursday slate. You got Jared Goff and the Lions. I'm going to take the more on his passing yards. Patrick Mahomes taking the more on his passing yards. And Joe Burrow, I'm going to take the less on his, just kind of feeling like that actually might be an interesting game against Baltimore. Now, I want you to download the Prize Picks app, and then I want you to plug in that promo code CLNS. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. And we got a brand new feature. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. So download Prize Picks today. Use that promo code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Reminder, code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Click the link in the comments or description of this video to get started today. Shout out to Prize Picks, where it's always good to be right. Now, why can Alex Golesh succeed? Well, I have a handful of reasons for you. First things first, at the University of Arkansas, there is no shortage of money. And believe it or not, the Razorbacks should be competing in the NIL market. They should have no problem whatsoever when it comes to paying players in the transfer portal, dipping into NIL to get some recruits, and there is no reason why the Arkansas Razorbacks should not be able to tap into the pockets and dip into the wallets of some of the massive support around Northwest Arkansas. The resources are there. The funds are there. You can be competitive in the NIL market. But Hunter Juracek needs to stop messing around and make something happen. Get in contact with Walmart. Get in contact with Tyson. Get in contact with JB Hunt. Tap into every pocket you have and go and be competitive in the NIL market. There is no reason why Arkansas should not have some of the best talent in college football because there is no shortage of funds available if Arkansas and Hunter Juracek are willing to dip into them. Next reason that Alex Golesh can succeed, I think he can hammer the transfer portal. He's a great recruiter. And I think when you talk about recruiting kids, not just out of high school, but as as a transfer portal student as well, I think that you can easily build through the transfer portal and take this team really quickly and turn it around upside down and flip it back on top. Look at what Texas Tech has done. I want you guys to remember, last year, Texas Tech and Arkansas played in a bowl game, and Arkansas won. And now the trajectories of both of those schools and both of those programs could not be more different. Look at where Texas Tech is and look at where Arkansas is. One is at the top of the mountain. One might not even be getting on the bus to get to the base camp. Now, for Arkansas, I think you got to hammer the transfer portal. I think you have to buy some talent. I personally have no problem with buying a great football team. And I'll tell you what, if you do, you start winning 8, 9, 10 games, you start talking about playoff implications, you start talking about bowl games that are better than the Liberty Bowl, all of a sudden, doesn't really matter how you got the players, just glad that you got them. Now, last thing, I think that Alex Golesh also runs a very high-level offense. And when it comes to his offenses, they have been known to succeed in the SEC. Not only has Alex Golesh been able to turn things around really quickly at a lot of different stops, he's been able to produce one of the highest most efficient offenses in all of college football. Look at what USF has done this season. In terms of all of their rankings in offense, points per game, over 40 points per game, that's top 5. Yards per game, they're number 2, almost 500 yards per game. Yards per play, 6.9, nice. 8th, that's their top 10 in these major statistical categories. Oh, and when it comes to red zone scoring and third down conversion, 15th. USF, say what you want about the competition. Say what you want about the conference. They are producing at the highest of levels. And this isn't just a trend that he has at some of these small schools. When he was the offensive coordinator for the Volunteers from 2021 to 2022, Tennessee had one of the best offenses in all of college football. He had the Volunteers humming. And to be totally honest, I'd like to give him a little bit of credit as to why Josh Heupel has been able to turn Tennessee into the product that it is now. Well, final thoughts here. Alex Golesh gets me really, really excited as an Arkansas Razorback graduate and a fan. He is a program builder. He's somebody who can turn things around on the flip of a dime. He's somebody who can take this school that deserves a good football team and that has every right to be passionately frustrated with what's going on. He has the ability to turn all of that into forward momentum and to a positive thing for this football program. He produces high-level offenses. He's good with quarterbacks. He's a great recruiter. He is a fiery personality. He's somebody who is absolutely so fun to watch. Look at any of the clips of him after rivalry week. Look at him walking by other coaches just because they're wanting to jaw at him. Just stone cold. Alex Golesh is a leader. He is intense, and he has the scheme to win in the SEC. He has what it takes to win for the Arkansas Razorbacks, and I sure as hell hope that he can do that. Now, if you want to help me welcome the new head hog to Fayetteville, welcome to the 479, Golesh. Type those WPSs in the chat and give me a woo pig, ladies and gentlemen. Friendly reminder to subscribe here to Chat Sports. My name is Trizzy Trace Gerard. I've been starting to talk more Razorbacks on social media, so if you want to get more content, feel free to hit me up on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Just search up Trizzy Trace. I tweet about the Saints. I'm also a diehard Razorback fan, and I do a lot of awesome content here at Chat Sports. Appreciate you for tuning in, and y'all have a happy football.